This is an important mission.
Nia winces a little. I'm trying to make it work too, Jeff.
Sure. There's one more thing I've been meaning to say. I know we've been buddies and everything, but, don't be afraid to give me my space when I ask. Simple
Oh,
request.
Nia looks unsure and then wobbles a little and nods, kind of looking sad.
Clingy people often find themselves alone. He turns on his heel and looks at the footprints in the sand after he says that. Okay, good. I'm going this way. You can follow. But again, stealth mode.
Right, you're on. I've already got my sneak music on.
What? Sneak music?
Huh?
What? That's. Whatever. Fine. CEO of a company. This is where I find myself. He's just walking through the sand. He seems to be looking for something.
Nia just kind of follows around, looking around, using even her cameraman, but being like strangely quiet.
Yeah, he's jogging. He's making it look like he's jogging, like he's just out on a run. But you will notice as he's jogging along, he'll stop sometimes to look like he's catching his breath and then examine a feature of the wall or what looks like a piece of machinery that might be submerged into the sand. It seems he's looking for some kind of mechanism, but that's what he's doing. He is kind of trying to sniff it out. So one group is working on that, the machine stuff, with Simone taking sleep slides, I assume, from at the very least Kev and Jim. Kev is drinking a lot of coffee, so this seems to be fine. Jim, when sleep slides are removed from you and used to donate to someone else, you do get more tired. You're someone who in real life deals with like sleep issues. So you know what it's like when you only get like 1 or 2 hours or 3, you know what I mean? Like, and
All the
have to
time.
be,
Yep.
yeah, that like that weird malaise. Oh no, it's now the game's too real. But your character also probably has had to deal with that life in the desert. I don't imagine you get a solid 8 hours of shut eye when you're in the
Probably
wastes.
not.
So it's actually, I guess, very appropriate. The two guys with military histories or cuts to their jib can do okay donating sleep. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then in the desert area, you have Nia and Jeff wandering around looking for something until Jeff finally stops when he's found like a wire, a cable. Aha. Just what I was looking for. He looks back at Nia.
Nia's cameraman pops out for a second and she like forcibly pushes him back in and pretends not to notice what he's doing.
No. Take a picture of this.
You sure?
I didn't stutter. Yes, do it.
Her cameraman comes out and like takes a bunch of pictures.
All right. This is Recon. I'm looking for the control cables, the power source for some of the mechanisms in that floor, which I guess cat's out of the bag. But in the event that we need to do something to disable some of the ship's mechanisms, this entire chamber is filled with sand, but obviously there's machinery under it and probably over it too. He looks up at the ceiling, which is raised and vaulted. Probably have to go up there at some point.
The cameraman follows his eyes upward and she pulls out her Moby. Can she get like pretty good shots from where she is?
Yes and no, sort of, like, because of the haze in the area with all the sand and wind and sulfur. It's not exactly super clear, although it looks like, from what you can tell, it would be much clearer if you could get up towards the ceiling. So it's a very, very high ceiling.
Nick just like points at her Moby and gives him a general overlay of whatever her stand sees.
All right. I don't want to draw too much attention right now because, well, let's face it, if you and I went flying up there, Avicii would probably suspect a thing. So for the moment, we'll just keep an eye on this location, mark it down, and I'm going to keep jogging.
Could I pull a distraction someplace else?
Not necessary right now. I guess that's kind of what you do, though, so I'll have to keep it in mind.
She gives him a thumbs up.
He takes a quick look around the chamber again. Yeah, I don't want to say anything about it in front of the others to alarm anyone, but if this ship were to land on the moon or the Earth and then unleash all the technology, bacteria, and who knows what else that it has on it, might be looking at an actual extinction level event.
Well, I figured they just had a giant laser if they wanted to.
Oh, that's optimistic. But once I saw those weird clones, I knew for certain their most powerful weapon is likely biological in nature.
She nods along and is like, yeah, well, they were making a bunch of clones, so.
Right. All right. Well, I still have more information to gather, and I guess now I have you along with me. I'll make the most of it. We're just going to visit a few places and record a few things. Reconnaissance. It's a big word, but you know what it means, right?
I did a bit of that with you two.
Oh, good. Okay,
You
great.
want to see any of my pictures? She just hands him over the Moby.
He scans through them. What are they pictures of?
Well, they like went to each one of the wings and did some recording.
Right. He goes through and like zooms in on a few and pans out and interesting. Well, it's hard to say exactly what sort of thing that I need to find in each of these wings, but I could probably get a general idea looking at these. This is a contingency plan, in the event that we lose this little bit of combat, I'm gonna just destroy this whole ship.
Mia
You know,
gulps a little, but nods.
with us in it, presumably.
Heroic. Gives him a thumbs up.
Oh, I guess it's more like I think of myself as a spoil sport. He gives her Moby back.
She takes it and like hugs it a little. She doesn't like being without it.
I'm sure humanity will forgive my poor sportsmanship if I take this place out and dishonorably, or however you want to put it.
Well, I just hope it doesn't come to that. But I mean, if we need to, if humanity's on the line.
Hey, you ask me, would I rather die in an old folks' home, eating oatmeal, the tube up my ass, and all my hair gone or stringy and liver spots, etc., etc.? Would I rather die like that? Or would I rather die blowing up an alien spaceship and saving all of mankind? Boy, I don't know. Huh.
Up your ass? I don't think that's where it goes.
Oh, no, that's what it is. It's actually easier that way. The technology.
Oh, I'd rather blow up in a spaceship, I think.
Good call. Then we're on the same page.
But I am hoping just to make friends with them. I know it's not realistic.
Why do you want to make friends with everyone anyway?
Why would I want to be alone forever?
You gotta be alone forever, I guess, but yeah, everyone's not worth being a friend to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Difference of opinion.
I haven't had friends for long, and they all seem really awesome.
Okay, that makes sense. There was a moment when he said that where you can maybe tell he was gonna say some kind of sharp jab, but he didn't.
Nia just shrugs. She knows that it's kind of weird not to have friends.
Well, we pull this whole thing off, you'll have a couple billion people who probably want to line up to be your pal. Plus, aren't you the granddaughter of A1?
Oh yeah, that's me. I didn't know until it's only been like a month or so. It hasn't been long.
And you're a movie star?
I'm not a movie star. Kwan's a movie star.
It's your face on Kwan's head. It doesn't matter. Point is, you're a movie star. Your grandfather's a really cool dude. You're fighting vampires and who knows what else now, aliens. And I'm just saying, I think you undersell yourself a little bit. Maybe some of the problem that I have with you on occasion is your lack of confidence and the fact that you feel so starved of affection when, as it turns out, if you really are as awesome as you said you were earlier, then you should just act like it. Walk into the room like you don't even give a shit. Just start dancing on people's bodies, just slap someone's drink out of their hand, that sort of thing.
That's me. No one would like me if I did that.
Yeah, horse hockey. I do that sort of thing all the time. People love me.
I don't know, Jeff. People can love to hate you.
You know what they say, two sides, same coin.
No, it's not. I want people to actually like me. Why do you think I don't go around saying curse words all the time? I keep a PG rating, and well, I can't when I'm fighting, but you know what I mean.
You just need a boyfriend or something. Or a puppy. Yeah, boyfriend or a puppy, either one.
Well, Mom says I'm not allowed to replace children with pets, but I don't really take much of her advice anymore.
Fair enough. She's right. You don't want to end up as a cat lady.
Oh, why not? Cats are kind of cute.
They smell like cat urine. That's why.
Nia wrinkles her nose. I figure I'll be too busy doing stunts and stuff to care for an animal.
You to be a cat urine smelling stunt lady.
No.
Yep.
Fine, I won't get any pets.
Good. All right, come on. We're gonna hurry up on this. Gotta hustle. I'm pretty sure Vici's gonna be noticing things around here now that his little clone army's been dispatched.
Nia nods. I just wanted to make sure you were okay, but you're definitely okay.
I'm always okay.
I'd still come save you, Jeff.
Yeah, you really just okay, sure. For the record, just so you know, I'm not a boyfriend and I'm not a puppy.
You don't have to be either of those things for me to care about you.
Uh-huh. Just so we're clear though.
Got it. I won't take you for walks.
Good. Because just so we're clear about this, it's like you followed me because I got out of the yard and now you're walking me. It's weird. Weird.
I just wanted to check on you because the confetti monsters were chasing me.
They're
and you were
fine.
alone.
I'm fine. They're fine. They're dead.
They're not fine, but okay. Maybe I
they're-
have to protect people from you, Jeff.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. He just shakes his head and starts walking through the jogging eventually through the sand. All
She
right.
has to rock to follow him.
Marisol's gonna send a text to Nia, by the way.
What does it say?
Hey, would you happen to have any sort of animation or thing of Tyson dancing, or would you happen to have his number?
Nia would have probably not the dancing part, but she does send her like Cupid pictures from Valentine's Day, and it's probably more data than she would expect because of how her stand works. And then she'd probably send him Tyson's number.
She's gonna reply, jackpot, thanks, Nia.
No problem.
We have extensive files on Tyson. The Tyson dossier, the Tyson project.
It's so tempting to call Tyson, but since we have pictures and shit of him, it's not necessary.
So, you have one group doing one thing, one group doing another thing, and there is a third group currently hurtling through space. What kind of spacecraft does Marina have?
Like a javelin that she can just literally like throw, that instead of dispersing a payload, disperses a marina.
Boy, what a hellish experience for
Really
anyone that's
hoping
not a
it was
starman.
just a fucking goddamn spaceship, man.
I feel like it's called the javelin or something.
Maybe it has like an interior cockpit, but everyone has to cram in and they're just all smashed against the fucking walls.
She probably has opened up the area for like Tyson and stuck in like seatbelt safety harnesses that she does not have on her own chair. But she's like trying to jury rig it. She understands humans are squishy, so she has to like fix it up for the mission.
With the time needed to modify this thing and then launch it, there is a space javelin hurtling through the cosmos, just aimed, I presume, right at the arc of the stars. Yeah, you could probably figure out where that is pretty easily. We're on that javelin, baby, going towards the ship. Real quick cut-in of what's going on there. So you mentioned you retrofitted it with some kind of interior space for the little small squishy humans. Good job. Who is actually on board? It's Tara, it's Marina, it's Brisket, and Tyson. As your javelin is hurtling through space, there's a strange thing that is kind of attaching to your ship, your javelin, Marina. It seems to be ice.